Hello there everyone, this is Brother Birch. In this video we're going to go through this class activity just to make sure that everyone's good to go setting up their linters and formatters. So what I'm going to do, I am going to start off with this code right here. So let me go ahead, I'm just going to download a zip file and open this up. And let's see here, I just opened up a new window of VS Code and I'll just drag this over here. I would never keep files in the downloads folder that you actually want to keep. So if you do this, put it somewhere where you actually have the rest of your code. Okay, so this is here. Anytime I have a package.json without a node modules folder, we need to get that node modules folder. So I'm just going to say npmi so that it'll install all of our dependencies. We'll let that run. And I'll close that. Okay, so I can close this too. Let's see what we're doing. Follow the steps listed in this article. Let's do it. All right, I'm just gonna split this right there and split that right there. Looks like our install finished up. And most of what we're gonna be doing is just right here in the terminal. So let's see. Okay, good. Yeah, this is the right place. Okay, so let's just go through these steps. There's just a couple things to look out for that I put in the instructions. I'm not going to go back there, but I am going to follow those instructions that I put there. Okay, so we'll run that. Next, create the Eslint file. And we'll just kind of go through this, each one of these steps. And so I want to use it to check syntax and find problems. I don't want to enforce code style because we'll be using Prettier for that. So we'll just do that one. JavaScript modules, import and export. None of these. We're not using TypeScript. Where does your code run? We need to select just node. So let me say toggle all and space. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So I hit A to toggle all and then space on node to just select node. And I'm going to say I want it to be stored in JSON. And I should end up with this nice Eslint file. Okay. Scroll down a little bit. We're skipping the React stuff. I do want to add Jest. So we won't be using Jest for this project, but I want you guys to be used to putting it in here because we will use Jest later in this semester to test our JavaScript code. Okay. Alrighty, next up, I'm just going to copy this command. This will install Eslint config Prettier, Eslint plugin Prettier, and Prettier all to dev. And as we watch this package JSON, we'll see these dev dependencies just kind of fill out, right? That's what it just installed here, were these guys. And so we have all these dev dependencies that we're not even going to use for our actual application. They're just for while we're developing our application. Okay, let's see here. Next up, create the Prettier RC file and paste the code below. So right here, I'm just going to say new file, and I'll say Prettier RC, and I'll just paste that. Now, you guys, there's a crazy amount of stuff that you can put in here. If I just Google Prettier, oh, that was not the right place to do that. So if I come over here and I say Prettier RC, the configuration file. So here's some like basics for what you can do, and there's just a lot, right? And so anyways, if you're interested in seeing what all it can do, you can Google it. If you have an idea of something you want to try, you could probably just Google that too. Be like, oh, how could I make Prettier add spaces between all of my arithmetic operators or something, right? You could Google that and usually find some good help. Okay, now Eslint and Prettier are set up. Let's add the script to the package JSON. Now remember, if we look at the package JSON, let me go ahead and copy this real fast, and then we'll look at the package JSON. If we look at the package JSON, yes, we have these dependencies here, but we also have the scripts object. And up to this point, we've been using npm start to run this command, nodemon app.js. But what we're going to do is add a few more commands in here. So I could say npm start is a little different. I can just say npm start. The rest of these I have to say npm run test, npm run lint, npm run format. I could say npm run start if I wanted to, but Node kind of helps with that a little. So now that that's there, I can say npm run lint. And it looks like we have an error. So look at that. MongoDB is defined but never used. So I could go and find my app.js. MongoDB, it says it's not being used, so I can just delete it. And then I can hit my up arrow, run npm run lint again. We still have errors, but oh, look at that. It still says it's defined. Oh, I totally deleted the wrong thing. Look at that. This one needs to get taken out. It even had a red line there already. Look at that. Okay, now let's try that again. Let's see. Okay, so we're down to just these two errors. So I could look in my controllers, contacts. It says next on line 4 and 12. So, whoops. So right here. And I'm just going to select this and hit Command or Control D and just delete both of those. And I'll run my linter again. And that's it. That's what we want to see, right? That means we don't have any errors, okay? If we wanted to try Prettier, let's say, it's probably not going to work on my computer. I have Prettier installed globally to auto-format all my files, and I have VS Code to just say, yep, auto-format my files when they save. But I can also run that npm run format, and it'll go ahead and run it, and that will actually change files, right? It won't show you errors. It'll just format them and make them look nice, so that you're ready to publish. Okay, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And so now that you have this set up, anytime you're going to be pushing to GitHub or publishing your application, you really should run the linter and the formatter first. This linter will also help with publishing to Heroku, because Heroku is a little bit more picky about warnings that show up in the console or the terminal here, and this linter will pick up on all those warnings so you can fix them before you try to deploy. But anyways, that is it. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a great day.